are you so certain you want 5 kids, boys, girls, whatever?
No.
God,
I want 5
man
sons.
plans, God laughs. Go ahead.
I want 5 sons. No, you can go to a doctor and choose the genes.
Yes, you absolutely can.
Wow.
Yes. Roger Clemens did this.
Yes.
Elon Musk. The rocket?
Yes, Roger Clemens has 4 sons, and he has been open about the fact that there was some genetic tampering, and he has 4 sons. He absolutely
Give me a
does.
phone number,
I want
everybody.
5 sons, and like I said, Elon Musk did it too. I think he had. Did he
And
have?
now one of them's becoming a girl.
No,
That's
but I'm
true.
saying when he initially had the children, birthed in the normal way, like I think he had quintuplets or 4 at a time or 3 at a
Oh
time.
my God.
Wow.
Yeah, he did it. So
my
it's
God.
totally possible.
Why are you so convinced that you want kids? And what are you telling the guys that you're coaching about settling down, getting married, having kids?
So I tell the guys that are in the Masculine Empowerment Network, I say, what do you want? I don't care if you just want to go build a yoga studio in Nepal. Do it. But what do you want to do? I tell the guys, because I feel like the ultimate way to be a high-value man and to be a man of character is to ultimately do what you want to do. Whatever you want to do. Obviously, morally, don't go on a shooting spree. But like whatever you want to do, I think that's the most masculine thing you can do. I want to do what I want to do.
Yeah.
Right? For me personally, I understand I've achieved high levels of success. I've slept with fucking hundreds of women, right? And I've realized ultimately, I think about my death often, right? On a daily basis.
Yeah. Wow.
And I don't want to be a rich old man who dies alone in a fucking
Totally agree.
hospital. Like just sit there like with some fucking nurse like, oh, I'm going to die now. See you later. Like, it's terrible. I've had a couple, like I had LASIK done. I've had my dark circles removed and stuff. And so I've had my teeth removed as well, the wisdom teeth.
Wow.
And so I've had like these simulated death moments when you're laying on the fucking operation table.
And you don't know if you're going to wake up or
and
not.
you
There's a chance.
you see the anesthesia coming in, that white milk, and you're like, here goes. Like, I may not come back.
wow.
And then you start to realize like, fuck, like this is what's important to me. And I don't want to leave this life. For me, family is important.
Yeah.
Family is really important. I was raised in a single mother household and in a very kind of broken family. And I truly value family. I love Christmas. Christmas is one of the best times of the year for me because I paid $500 to get a Christmas tree in Tokyo this year. Because because it's just they go to KFC for Christmas. It's different. But
that sounds pretty good.
Is that a lot of money? Or I don't,
Yeah, like-
as a Jew, I have literally no clue what a Christmas tree costs.
Well,
I'm like, did you just ball out, or did you
listen,
what just happened? I'll tell you how much a menorah costs.
Listen.
How much is a Christmas tree?
I'm just a lowly goyim, okay?
Gosha.
But I will just say, I mean,
Yeah.
what's a Christmas tree in America right now?
200 bucks?
80 bucks
No.
max? 80 bucks max?
I've got
so you're
4 cats. I've got
balled
4
out on
cats,
that
so we don't
So,
do Christmas
I
trees.
had to pay $500 for the tree and $200 for tree removal. But the point is, because when Christmas comes around,
Yeah.
I put stockings on the fucking wall, and we bake cookies, and we
okay.
watch Die Hard, and we watch all the Christmas
go.
movies.
That is a
That's
Christmas
so
movie.
sweet.
Okay.
That is a Christmas movie.
We watch all the Christmas movies, and you better believe, you better be in a fucking happy mood Christmas morning.
Right.
Okay, you better be.
This is with your family in Florida, or what?
Oh, this is with the girl I was dating in Christmas time. But every year,
Got
like
it.
Christmas, like me, my dog, and the girl that I'm dating, we are having Christmas time. And when I have my children, it's going to be the same way because family is important. And that's the thing America's kind of straying away from, but we are coming back to it. If you look at what's happened recently, I know you don't go to the movies, but Pandora, the most recent movie, is super
Avatar.
family. Avatar,
Yeah.
right? Sorry, I said Pandora.
That's all right. Well, that's the planet, but yeah, you're right.
Avatar, the recent movie, is super family centric. And if you look at it, Disney had looked and realized, holy shit, we got to stop hitting on families. We got to stop with this whole woke because we're losing money.
Yeah.
Like,
Avatar's not woke?
It's not.
Uh-huh.
Not, dude,
Well,
not a
hell of a-
single woke. There's not some fucking.
No.
there's
Well,
not
then
some
I'm going to go see it.
There's
I'll
not
go
some
see it.
transgender avatar. or
That's what I thought they were
anything
going
like
to do.
that.
That's why I haven't been to see it yet. But
No.
if you're telling me,
Watch the
I don't go
movie.
because I don't have 3.5 hours to dedicate
Yes,
to
you
a
do.
goddamn movie.
Yes,
I really
you
don't
do.
get
Dude,
that kind of
you
time.
can hold your pee
But
for 4 hours, man. What
What's
are you
the
talking
average age of the guys you coach, by the way? Average.
Probably 27, 8.
Got it. So late 20s, early 30s.
No, 27, 8.
Okay, 27. Yeah, so
Yeah,
late
yeah.
20s. Okay. Well, things change. Like, for instance, I'll give you, when I was 17, 18, 19, I used to tell my dad, I want to be a young dad. I want to be a cool dad and throw the football. And I'm like, he's like, all right, what age do you want to have kids? I'm like, as soon as I graduate college. So Next thing you know, I'm 22. He's like, so you ready to get married? I'm like, I was way off with that. Next thing you know, I'm 30. He's like, you ready to settle down? I'm like, yeah, I was way off. Turns out when you're 17, you don't know shit. That's right. Okay? Turns out you think that 22 is old at 17. Right. I was actually like, yeah, I'll wait till 30. Now you're turning 40. It's like, yeah, I'll start thinking about that now. So as a man, it's a little bit different. We interviewed, Dirty Jobs, Mike Rowe.
Oh, yeah.
You know what that is?
Yeah,
Great guy.
The voice actor
amazing
for
guy.
Deadliest Catch.
We had Deadliest Catch, the whole thing. He's 60 years old. And what a guy. Gentleman.
Man's man.
Manly.
You know? American hero.
And I said, you married? No. You got kids? No. I go, do you want? He goes, no. I'm like, and you can Google his net worth. He's worth 20 million bucks, whatever it is. I said, he's like, I don't know if I want that life, dude.
Yeah.
Having millions in the bank, being a 60-year-old guy and like no kids, no legacy, no nothing. He's like, well, I started a charity. I'm like, yeah, that don't count, bro.
But listen, here
that ain't work. So,
and I agree with what you're saying with Mike Rowe.
Yeah.
I agree.
But the one thing that has solidified my decision not to have children is content creation. Every man wants to create a legacy. But I think what a lot of men don't understand is that you can have, there's more than one way to create a legacy. When I'm dead.
So you're saying the Mike Rowe approach is actually something that applies to you?
The what now?
The Mike Rowe approach.
Yes, exactly.
Okay, go ahead. Push back.
And I take tremendous pride in the fact that I have helped, I don't know how many men, countless men change their lives. Dude, thousands of men change their lives. And when I'm dead and buried, I'm not going to have any kids that I know of. I might actually have a legacy that I don't know about.
Yeah, you been to Colombia?
No, I have not.
You've been to Costa Rica?
I've been there.
All right,
I've been there.
So you probably got some kids, right?
Maybe. But I take tremendous pride in the fact that my legacy is my content creation. A lot of people might scoff at that, but you can't really erase what I've done. Yeah, I've been canceled a bunch of times, but when I die, dude, 100 years from now, people are going, hey, you remember that guy, Donovan Sharp, the crazy black guy used to scream at let's go and take a look at his video. So I take solace in the fact that my legacy is cemented already, and I don't have any offspring or progeny that I know of, and I'm good with that.
And I want to add on to that. So I definitely agree with Mike Rowe's perspective because that's what he wants, but I also agree with your perspective. And I would tell you, get away from those loser friends of yours who tell you don't have kids. Because listen, I'm telling you, it's like a woman starting an OnlyFans, right?
Here we go.
It seems good and lucrative at the beginning, going out, fucking a bunch of girls. I've done it. Like 200 plus chicks in my life, right? But it's like using drugs. Like, yeah, it feels good right now, but the long-term repercussions are not good. And I realized, and it's another thing like this. It's like an addiction. It's like you just got to keep on you got to get that next lay. You got to fuck that next girl. You got to keep doing it. But it's a zero ROI. What am I doing? Like, yeah, this girl's like, I'm busting a nut. Like, that's it.
Yeah, for the guy,
what am I doing?
There's no end in sight. Hedonism does end in sight.
No, hedonism, exactly.
Yes.
Like Andrew Tate said, we did a fantastic interview with him, right? You have to continuously add to hedonism. You have to keep on this hedonistic cycle. And at the end of the day, like, the biggest thing that red pilled me on kids and stuff is like my brother. My brother is complete opposite of me. Huh. He is, I think he's 31 now. He's gonna be 31 in February. He has 3 kids, 2 boys and a girl. These are my nephews and niece, right? And it blows my mind every time I come around. They're so happy to see me. It's like Uncle Jonathan is here.
You're the fun uncle.
They love
me. You're the funkle.
And when they come, when they come around me, they hug me, they kiss me. I'm just like, dude.
They're like, take me away from dad. He's the worst.
No, I went to Disney and I bought like $200 lightsabers for the kids. Like, I will do anything for these kids. And God forbid if something were to come into physically threatening these kids, I would fucking kill those people. Believe it. And this part of my brain that was activated through seeing my brother's children, like, I have so much love for these. When I was in my 20s and people were like, oh, let me show my niece, let me show my nephew, let me show my son. I'm like, get away from me, you're weird. Like, I don't want to see this. But now that I've experienced this, I'm like, oh my God, like, this brings me more happy than making the millions that I've made. This brings me more happiness than fucking some hot 22-year-old off of Bumble,
It'll make you realize 2 things. Hey, I don't want these little suckers right now. I do. But I do want them in the future.
Okay.
I want them.
That's what kids...
I'm ready to meet a girl, vet her hardcore within a year, and start pumping these babies out.
Okay, I'm going to ask you straight up. paint us a picture of what your wife's going to be. Age, look,
here we go.
Asian, not Asian, Blasian, hot, this, that, height.
Ideal?
Paint your perfect women, her career, her wife, her family. Like, give us MLD's dream woman. Go ahead.
If I'm
Miss
like,
MLD, baby.
Age, demographics, psychographics. Give me the whole thing.
if I'm factory producing children, I want her as tall as possible. I'll date a 6'4" bitch. I do not care.
Wow.
Okay.
I didn't say date. You're marrying this
Well,
woman.
I mean, yeah,
okay,
date eventually.
So you're Amazon woman.
I
You're
don't
watching
care.
Avatar.
So-
Go ahead.
my ideal woman
Brittany Griner.
is white.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
You're recruiting
So-
WNBA.
So-
She's 6'4". She said she's white.
She's white,
Elena
blonde hair, green eyes, feminine, introverted, out of a family where she respects her father. Ideally, she's the last born because I'm the firstborn.
Okay.
Birth order does matter with relationships.
Age.
If
If you're 38, how old is she? If you're getting married this year.
18, ideally.
18,
Yeah.
bro.
Yeah, ideally, but I will go as old if I had to be ideal.
Yeah.
Like anything after 28 is pushing it.
There's a big difference between a woman. These will tell you between an 18-year-old woman and a 28-year-old woman. There's
Of course.
a major difference.
I don't
bro.
care.
That
I know
girl,
what I want.
No, John, that you
But
do
you
have to
should
do
care.
care.
That's gonna
Listen,
be
That
the
girl
right
just fucking took her
mother.
SATs.
I-
This girl's already has a
Listen.
job. It's a big difference.
No, listen, I know what I want.
I agree with
I'm
John.
not. I
I know
know
what I
you know
want.
what you want.
I know what I want.
This is your dream girl. I'm not denying it.
At 18, she's had less sick. She's had less trauma.
Thank you.
She's had less bullshit.
That's right.
She's had less fucking garbage that I have to. Because when you
All good.
listen, when you date a woman, you also date her relationship past and her
That's right.
her luggage and
How
her
many?
emotional baggage.
How many? Do you want your girl to be a virgin?
I mean,
Ideally,
ideally,
Yeah, but that's not
yes.
possible
You
Ideal-
do?
Yeah. What the fuck? Yeah.
you do want your girl?
Ideally, yes.
Wow.
Listen, every guy wants
Ideally.
to. Every guy
What
wants
the
to have
fuck?
children. Every guy
Bro.
wants to have children with a virgin. But I mean, whether it's possible,
And
I
listen,
think
dude,
it's
I
body
can tell
count
you
does-
straight up. Whatever girl I end up with, I do not want a virgin
What if she-
wife. This
what-
isn't
what if
the
she had,
fucking
like-
medieval times and like
What-
prima nocta.
Listen,
what is
what-
happening right
Well,
now?
what you want, what you
wait,
get.
wait. What if she had like a 35 body count?
No, you just went from 0 to 35.
I'm asking
I'm
you.
cool with 4. I'm cool with 10.
I'm asking you 35.
0? I'd rather have a girl 10 than 0. 0?
So
18? That's a little like.
well, that's how it used to be.
Dude, again.
I think you're prioritizing sex and you're prioritizing the progeny.
Yes.
You know, a
No,
girl
I'm
with
not
a 10.
even prioritizing. It's not a sex thing. It's like, I'm not trying to take my wife's virginity. That's
Why
just
not?
me.
I guess
That's how it used to be.
That's used to
This
be.
is
What
not.
year?
This is not.
No, no,
back
you
in-
guys are
like I
missing-
said
Right.
before, this is
So
not
here we go.
1950s. And
That's
then
not
on
the
top
point.
of that,
That's not
hold
the
on, I'm still
point.
talking. And then
Go
on top
ahead,
of
Fox.
that,
That's-
you'll do that. You'll get married to an 18-year-old, and then once she matures and realizes
Oh, here
this
we
is
go.
not what I want,
Here we
she'll
go.
divorce you.
Why are you so negative? Why would she realize
I'm
and be
not
like,
negative,
oh,
but that has been the statistics.
no, it hasn't.
It
you
has.
kidding?
It has not. No,
Yes.
it has not. You're
There are
wrong.
statistics.
Okay.
You are literally statistically incorrect.
Okay,
The
so
more-
what's the statistic?
No,
What is the
listen,
statistic?
hold on,
Yeah, let me know.
wait.
Go
Listen,
ahead, John.
listen, you're all wrong, and I'm going to tell you why. Okay, the more dicks a woman takes, the more probability of her divorcing,
Yep.
being unhappy, cheating. The list goes on and on and on.
These
So
are
it's not
facts.
like
Okay, hold
like
on.
each dick you suck doesn't add like a
But-
revelation.
All right,
like,
so
oh,
Donovan,
I'm
if you're saying
enlightened.
those are facts, I assume that Devin, who's 47,
6.
you did 46. I
Mhm.
apologize, Devin, you're a beautiful
It's
girl.
okay.
I assume you didn't take Devin's virginity.
Of course not. But
Okay.
hold
Yeah,
on.
I
Here's the
know,
difference.
I know.
What you want and what you want and what's possible are two different things. If as far as marriage and children are concerned, every guy would like to marry a virgin. But in this day and age, it's just not possible
don't-
just
I don't
because
know.
of the way. Hold on.
I don't know if that's an accurate statement. I don't think every guy wants to marry
Okay.
a virgin.
Ideally,
I
most,
think we're on the same page. Hear
Okay,
me out.
all right.
That we want a lower body count.
Yes.
We're not trying to marry some fucking porn star asshole that's banged 1,000 dudes.
Sure.
100,000,000%. But I don't
Anything
think every
over-
guy is like, oh, yo, I'm on the hunt from that
Listen,
virgin.
it's not. Hold on, it's not every guy. But
Yeah.
if you ask most men who are interested in having children,
Yeah.
ideally, I'm not saying that this is at all possible because I've never had sex with a virgin. But most men ideally would like a virgin. Now, just like you brought up with Devin,
Yeah.
I don't know what I asked on a podcast the other day. Do you know how many men Devin has had sex with? I don't know, and we will never know.
You don't ask her?
Of course not.
So what
No.
if she says her count is
62.
She
would you
would never.
divorce her?
She would never tell me because.
But what if she did? Say she did.
She would never. No, she wouldn't.
But if she did,
hold on.
would you
I
divorce
wouldn't be
her?
in a relationship with her.
Yeah.
Because
So
anytime.
So you would leave
No,
her?
I would absolutely leave.
Okay.
This is what pro tip for the ladies.
Body count matters, Nat.
Listen, hold on.
That's
Pro tip,
fine. I'm just asking him in a situation
Yeah.
based on his reality. Would he make certain adjustments if
Well,
that reality
Hang on,
was
let me
different?
answer her question.
That's all.
Here's the thing. And pro tip for the ladies: do not talk about past. If you care for the guy and you want to be with him, don't talk about your past. Don't tell him about your body count. If he asks you about your body count, you lie your ass off. You lie your ass off.
That's
because
fine.
because here's the thing. Now, on the other side, if you're going to tell a guy I've slept with 7 guys, if you tell a guy like me that you've slept with 7 guys, I'm going to quit within about a week or two. I'm going to know whether you're lying or not. Because a lot of guys, unfortunately, take a woman's word at face value.
Yeah.
Women know that women sell purity, right?
Yes.
And the reason why when you ask a woman what her body count is, she hesitates is because she knows inherently that a woman with a high body count is not attractive to men of value for a long-term relationship.
Yes.
And so when Devin and I first got together and we started talking, the very first week, she started talking about her ex-boyfriend. I said, whoa. I said, first off, if you and I are going to continue this thing, I do not want to know about your ex-boyfriends. I don't want to know. I don't want to know how many guys you slept with. You need to keep all that to yourself. And that's just for my mental well-being, because just like you said, when you date a woman, you're dating all of her past relationships, and the less you know, the better off you'll be mentally. It's just not feasible to date a woman, especially in this day and age, with a low body count. So just keep that away.
Let me ask you a question.
Yeah.
But by the way, we got to get the super chats
Yeah.
in a second. So if I cut anybody off, it's because we need to get super chats. From your perspective, and then I want to get the girls and everyone here. What are the rules of the road for speaking to exes, talking about your exes, or talking to current guy friends? What are your rules for that?
I don't have rules, but I do this. I let Devin know, and I got to start from the beginning. I'll make this as quick as I can. The biggest mistake that most men make with women is they angle for the relationship first. When you let a woman know through your actions and most of the time your word that you want a relationship with her, you lose the ability to set boundaries and expectations.
Right.
Because when you ask a woman to be your girlfriend, in her mind, rightfully so, oh, I have done everything that is necessary to secure his commitment.
Yeah.
And if she knows and thinks that, then guess what? If I tell her, don't talk to her ex, she's going to be like, well, wait a minute. This wasn't a problem when we were dating, right? So here's how it goes. Devin understands, and I give women a choice. So I didn't ask for the relationship first. She said, hey, Donovan, like we've been doing this for a little while. I kind of want to make
Typically at 3 months.
Wow, exactly right.
Well, you know,
That-
this
that's
ain't
just-
my first rodeo.
Yeah.
I'm taking some virginities out there.
Charming pimp, right? And so what I explained to her, the first couple of times she asked me, I said, no, you don't want to be in a relationship with a guy like me.
You give the, hey, you don't want this.
Right. I said,
You don't want my life.
Listen, I said, you don't want to
You've
be in
seen
a
Dewey Cox, by
You're
the
not
way.
ready for this.
You don't
You're not
want
ready
this
for this.
cocaine over
Oh
here.
my
That
God.
sounds like
Oh,
I do.
Jesus Christ, don't say cocaine. But I told her when she angled first, I said, you do not want to be in a relationship with a guy like me. She said, well, why not? I said, drop it. A couple weeks later, she tried again. I said, Devin, you do not want to be in a relationship with a guy like me. And I wasn't playing games. I was just letting her know I was a crazy son of a bitch, right?
Okay.
So fine, and she stuck around. She put up with my nonsense. She put up with my crap. Finally, she said, Donovan, I'm serious. I like you and I really want to be with you. What's it going to take? I said, so far so good, but I will tell you this. I do not commit to women who go to bars or clubs. I don't commit to women who talk to their exes. I don't commit to women who are on social media, and I do not, and there are a bunch of other things, and I do not commit to women who travel alone. And she says to me, so you're telling me I can't travel alone? I said, you can do whatever you want. I am not your father. I can't tell you what you can or can't do. So what if I travel alone? Well, then you are in essence dumping me. Why? Because you made yourself into the kind of woman that I do not date. I don't give women ultimatums. I give them choices. And this is what men have to understand. You can never tell a woman what to do. You can't control women, nor should you seek to, but you can control what your responses are to her. And by your responses, you can influence her behavior to do whatever it is that you need to do. There's nothing manipulative about this. If your girl wants to be on social media, cool. But too many men, they set these boundaries and they don't enforce them. Well, what if I want to be on Facebook? Absolutely. Okay, are we still going to be good? Well, yeah, but we're not going to be serious anymore, right? It's not about contradictions. It's not about ultimatums. It is about choices. I tell guys all the time, my woman can either be on social media or she can be in a relationship with me, but she can't have both. She can either talk to her exes, she can be in a relationship with me, but she can't have both. Too many guys have this, they have the scarcity mindset where they're afraid to step in and enforce boundaries and respond negatively to behaviors that are not conducive for a long-term relationship. A woman going to bars or clubs, traveling, talking to her exes, there's no guarantees. But obviously, if she engages in these behaviors, you're increasing the likelihood of her being unfaithful. And so I don't commit to women with those kinds of behaviors, and that's how I do it.
Respect. MLD, would you classify what he's doing with Devin as holding frame? How would you break down what he's doing?
No, it's 1,000% holding frame. And then going back, because I don't want to stray away from the body count thing because it's really important. Like, body count is not important for most women, right? Most women would not look at a guy and be like, I'm going to discount this guy because he's like 100 chicks. They won't. But a dude absolutely will. And another thing is this. Guys who are absolutely looking for a quality woman and are aware of body count, women with high body counts give away symptoms that they have a high body count. And
such as what?
High levels of anxiety, right? Always thinking that the solution to their problems is at the end of another dick. Like these girls just think like, oh, well, like it didn't work out with this guy, so I'm just going to find another guy. And like they just keep on, they never take a moment to stop and be like, oh, wait, let's see. 10 of my relationships has failed. I've been in 10 of these relationships. What's wrong with me? Doesn't happen. They
don't take accountability.
No,
something's wrong with the asshole guy.
They always think like, I just need to find the perfect guy. I just need to find the right guy. I need to find the right guy. And they do this all the way into their 30s and 40s. They're shaking their ass in the club, thinking like, oh yeah, well, I got my eggs frozen. Like, I'll figure it out eventually.
Well,